All right, Big Bang. Today is Thursday. It's August 14th. Welcome to the Dog Walk presented by Barstool Sports. Before I introduce my guest, I want to talk about Game Time. There's nothing like getting to a baseball game, especially last minute. Lucky for me, I always use Game Time. The official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports, Game Time makes getting tickets faster and easier. Prices on the app actually go down the closer it gets to showtime. I was looking at tickets for tomorrow's Cubs game, and I saw an amazing Game Time deal for great seats only for $60. You can get into the Cubs-Pirates game, 120 at Wrigley for $60. You can put those savings back in your pocket and spend them at the ballpark on a hot dog, a new hat, or some good old-fashioned Cracker Jacks. What are you waiting for? I'm going to go buy those Cubs-Pirates tickets now with Game Time. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app. Create an account and use code DOGWALK for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code DOGWLK for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it? Game Time. Also, Part of My Cheesesteak. It is perfect for your game day meal or late night eats. Part of My Cheesesteak offers a wide variety of cheesesteaks, loaded fries, and popular desserts, all delivered right to your door. Now that preseason football is underway, Part of My Cheesesteak added a brand new combo on its menu, introducing the big one, an original classic cheesesteak, your choice of our brownie bites or donut dippers, and a drink, all for a discounted price. Go to partofmycheesesteak.com to order and use code PMC20 for 20% off. All right, today I'm joined by Zillion Beers. Dana, welcome in.
Thanks, man. I've been looking forward to this one.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to it too.
You're my guy.
Yeah, you're my guy as well. You said you got a lot to say, so what do you got to say?
What does that mean?
I'm just fucking around.
I didn't say that.
No, I always usually do this little introductory shows with a lot of people. It's I mean, I've known you forever. You've been at Barstool forever, but you just moved to Chicago last week. So we're kind of sitting down.
Yeah. This is remember the time I wanted to do the drunk dog walk?
Yes, dude.
That was like, I remember because I used to listen to Dog Walk before I really actually knew you as a friend. And I was like, this is the one I got to get on. And I'm like, the best performance I will have is if I'm on there wasted with Eddie. And I couldn't even speak. We had to burn the footage. Yeah. I walked out.
Yeah.
I had a walkout.
Were you around for this, Lance?
I don't think so. Do you remember when this was?
It was at the old office.
Old office. I actually remember specifically when it was the summer of the first High Noon tour.
Yes.
We went to Sluggers, then we went to Country Club, and then we walked all the way to the office and we recorded drunk.
This was full mullet Dana.
Yes, Zillion Beers.
Full on, like, drinking personality guy.
Yes. And there was just at a point where he was like, he tried to say something, like stumbled on his words. And he just stood up and he's like, I'm sorry, man. I don't got it. I don't got it. He was like,
I think this is Harry. I'm disappointed I missed this. That sounds like an all-time.
I've seen the foot. It's bad. I couldn't speak. And I don't really get like that. And especially on camera, I do not get like that. But I always wanted to sit down like one-on-one with you. And I always wanted to be like buzzing, but it was whatever. But
I know. I feel like we can make this work. We just can't go after 2 bars. And this
Correct.
has got to be like a nice six to.
This is making up for that.
Yeah.
I finally get my one-on-one.
And to be honest,
4 years later,
I don't even think that was one-on-one. I think like Marty was there.
Yeah.
I think like Danny might have been there.
Yeah.
I think White Sox Jones was there.
He was in for a little bit.
Yes, exactly.
But this makes up for my disappearance, and I'm ready for it.
You know what's going to happen now, right?
What?
People are going to beg us to release
We
can't. We got to release at least you.
We can maybe do a clip.
Yes, the clip of you just being like, I don't got it today, man. Like, I can't talk. Is really all time. Have you seen? I think you might have pulled this for me recently. Maybe Tom Lay did.
I think Tom did.
I know I sent it to you.
Yeah, I have it, and it's not like we said anything bad.
No.
It's unwatchable.
No, yeah, it's not like a burned episode because we did anything.
Yeah, it's
horrible.
just it's physically like I don't say words.
Yeah,
so it's just.
I'm fucked up. Yeah, you did the Larry David. I know you and Marty used to say it all the time.
I fucked up.
Yeah, I just don't.
But I now in 2025, this is important to me.
This is it. So what finally sent you over the edge to make the move?
So when the first when you guys moved to Chicago, or when Big Cat moved to Chicago, I got like then he was like, hey, you let me know we're opening an office, like we'd love to have you there. And my initial thought was like, I would love to do that. But at the time, I mean, not even at the time, like it just it was tough because I have my now wife and she's from New York, and it's like, it's not easy to just pick up and leave, as you know. So for me, I was like, all right, in the back of my head, I'm going to keep that offer there, and I'm going to hope, that it's there at some point. And basically, it came down to my wife got her job fully remote like 6 months ago or something. And once that happened, I kind of reached out and I was like, hey, like, is it now still a good time? Because me and Big Head had still been talking a little bit, like, leading up to that. And he was still just telling me, like, he thought I would fit in here well. And I was like, yeah, I agree. And once that happened, it was just like, all right, we're going to do it. We're gonna try it. So. Well,
knowing the story, I think you're being a little modest. Like, you came here. I forget what you did. Was it an After Dark, or was it on the Yak or something like that?
That definitely, like, yeah, when that happened and I realized, I was like, okay, I could really thrive here. Then I went home and I brought it up to my wife and I was like, I think I kind of I said, like, I think we would, for my career, it would really help me do a lot better. Mm-hmm. And then she was like, I agree. We just got to figure out, I can't just leave my job in New York City.
Yeah.
So after that happened, like I said, she got the full-time remote, and then, yeah, but I always kind of knew in the back of my head, like, I would fit in here, in a way.
Yeah.
I think I'm a chameleon. I can fit in really with whoever, wherever, and I definitely enjoyed my time in New York, but I never really had like New York City itself, I never felt like connected to. Mm-hmm. Not the office, just the city itself. I had no problem like picking up and leaving because like I didn't really care much. Like, I'm a Massachusetts guy.
Yeah.
I never thought I was going to leave Massachusetts, so I went there for Barstool. Like, I love going to the office, but outside of that, I didn't really have much connection in New York City. Long Island's a different story. Like, I love living on Long Island out there, and like I definitely do miss that already. But the city itself, it's like I don't really care leaving New York City.
Yeah, but it was still hard for you to leave the East Coast because you got a lot of good friends over there that I met at your wedding and your bachelor party that are only a trade ride away. So it was kind of initially like,
it is.
I can't. You probably couldn't envision yourself ever leaving the East Coast.
No, and when I lived in Massachusetts for the first 24 years of my life, and then when I got the job, Dave called me and he was like, "You need to be here in a week in New York City." I had never been to New York City. Like, I never thought I was going to leave the state of Massachusetts ever. Mm-hmm. So now being in Chicago, it's like, it's kind of cool to see that I'm just like a homebody that has gone from New York City to Chicago. It's like, I never saw that happening for a second.
Yeah.
But it's awesome. I love it. I love every second of being here. I never take this job for granted. I think it's like, it's a roller coaster in the best way possible. And for me, I feel like I do well when there's just chaos, or I don't even know about if chaos is the right word, but I just like being in the mix always. And it was tough because I also lived an hour and 45 minutes away from the New York office, so I couldn't always be in New York City just because it's like, that's 3.5 hours of your day.
Because some of them gave you shit about that, right?
What?
What didn't you sound like KFC, and they're like, "What the fuck, Dana?"
Oh, well,
they got.
Yeah, but that's, I'm sure, a small fraction of people.
Yeah. No,
some people are.
I know it wasn't a dig at them at all when you said. I think you said something along the lines of you're excited to be in the mix and just be in Chicago and have that. Yeah, and I don't.
New York definitely has a mix.
Yeah.
I just am not there as often because I live on fucking Jupiter at the time, and some people, like, obviously people do very well in New York. Some people are meant to be there. Some people are meant to be here. For me, I don't know where I'm meant to be, but it's more like I think I would do better here.
But
it has nothing to do with the office, the people. It's just me personally. That's just kind of how it is.
And it felt like kind of sorry, I'm kind of speaking for you a lot, but you just knowing you, like, it felt like seeing it for the first time. That's what really you're like, oh, okay,
yeah,
I get it now.
Right.
And like Dan really wanted you here.
Yeah.
Like I know he was like very, very nice to me. Like, dude, we would love to have you. So
yeah.
Finally, you were just like, this is a no-brainer.
I think so. Especially like having you here is a huge help because me and you have talked forever about wanting to team up, and that makes me feel like very safe of where me and you can, like our chemistry together, I feel like is great. And we've done videos.
Yeah, we went on 7 bachelor parties together.
We went on 7
8 technically if you count Marty's.
We did, yeah. And that kind of excited me a little bit more of like, okay, I can be in the mix, but I can also do creative stuff with Eddie or whoever it is, just because we've done stuff before, but we don't live near each other.
Yeah.
And now we do, so it's like I'm just super excited about that.
Yeah, you just hop on a flight.
Yeah.
Was it hard to leave those guys? Because you're kind of like initially there was a huge migration, right?
Yeah.
But then it's kind of been slow since then, right? Like you're one of the first people who was like, oh yeah, I'll go over there after a year or two, however long it's been.
I think so. I mean, it's definitely hard because a lot of those guys are like my good friends, like Nick, Marty, Tommy. You know, those are all really guys I'm tight with.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a single person in that office I have any bad blood with. There's not a single person I don't get along with. So it's definitely tough. It's just, you know, you got to do what you got to do. And I'm still obviously in touch with them. I think Marty knows that, especially like he's been one of my best friends here for 7-8 years. So try and we have a phone, toss on FaceTime. I'm still going back to New York a lot because my wife is from there. So you just got to keep that in the back of your head of like, this is not, this isn't, I'm going to be back in New York for family events or videos, whatever it might be. It's like, it's not forever. It's just, it is what it is.
Yeah. It's just kind of where you felt you needed to be right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe, yeah, for sure.
No, I got you. Yeah. I don't like the whole rift where it's like,
it's because everybody is talented here and everybody can do something. It's just, I don't know if it's, I don't know.
No, it's hard. It's hard because I like so many of those people over there. I like almost all of them.
Right.
And it's like, we've kind of been on the other side of the outside of like the heartbeat.
Yeah.
When it was just like 5 of us here.
For sure.
And like, and like we'd hear some of the same shit, but I hear you. But I imagine at that moment it had to be a little tough to be like, hey, sorry guys, I'm going.
And I tried to like, tell people behind the scenes as much as I could. And I don't like the thing that pisses me off the most is when people talk shit about like New York versus Chicago, because it's not about that. Like I said, people can be successful there. People can be successful here. It's just for me, myself, I know personally I'd be more successful here. So I told the people that are most important to me about it ahead of time, and they were all super supportive.
No one was like, what the fuck, dude?
No.
You're leaving our team?
No. I mean, Tommy jokes about it. He's like, Tommy's the most like vocally like, I hope you do horrible in Chicago, but I still love you as a friend.
Of course he would.
Yeah.
That's great though. That's just Tommy.
It is.
Yeah.
I love those guys.
That's just Tommy. Yeah, for sure. So what's the plan here? We bring him back Zillion Beers, or what's is the beer guy
Z-word.
Is the beer guy the Z word? Dude, we got to get into that because I think I brought this up on a podcast within the last month for sure, that I still think it's one of the most impressive little, I don't even know what to call it.
It was lightning in a bottle.
I know, and it was
2 weeks of lightning in a bottle.
It was too small to call an era, but it's too like.
I still get it. The more than anything, I walk around. Zillion Beers.
Do you?
Yeah.
I could see that.
100%.
Yeah. Dude, that was fucking
time.
Awesome.
It was fun. It was
in a time where now, like, respectfully, and I listen, this is not a shot at any producer, but a time when now it like the lines are blurred more than ever.
Oh yeah.
Like there's so many more producers doing content. I don't say that is a bad thing, but it's just the truth. But a time when you were doing that, when obviously when I got called to a head on Barstool Radio, when Dave's like, stop fucking trying to be content, just roll your camera, edit your shit, and get out. It was something, man.
It was. I very much was like, cognizant of, I started in 2017.
Let's lay it out, too, because I'm sure there's a lot of new stoolies, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep going 2017.
I was hired as an editor. I was doing stool scenes with YP, and I did that for about 6 months. And it was just straight cutting footage, and I enjoyed it, but I was always like, I can do something more. From there, I started working with Hank on like documentary style, rough and rowdy stuff, and I was like, oh shit, I kind of like this documentary stuff. After that, I did the Barstool documentary with Gaz, and then I kind of, like, I had always tweeted dumb shit, like just kind of things that I thought were funny, but I was never taking a camera and like putting it on my face. It was just, I always enjoyed like interactions on Twitter. I always enjoyed like engagement. Like if I got a couple hundred likes on a tweet, I'd be like, oh shit, I'm doing well. And then in 2019, I forget who, somebody, no, I was doing, all right. So there's a softball team in my town called Zillion Beers. Bunch of Hingham legends. Guys are fucking awesome.
I don't think I knew that.
That's the team name. And we were out at a bar in Hingham one day, and I just overheard that. I'm like, your team name is Zillion Beers? And I was cracking up at it. I was like, that's the funniest thing I've ever heard. And so I'm talking to them, and I'm like, I'm going to start saying that. And so I didn't really have a following at this point, but I just started like making little memes. This is when Friday Beers was big, and they would make like, or the memes they made were big.
Yeah.
It was like text on a screen of like kind of moving around, and it was very funny. And I completely ripped it off and just said Zillion Beers instead of whatever they said, Friday Beers. I don't know. And they would do like really big numbers, and then half the people were like, you're ripping off Friday Beers, and half the people were like, this is fucking awesome. And so
the edits were ripping them off, to be clear. Like,
it was just Beers, it was the form of editing, which again, it's not. They didn't make up putting text on a screen. I didn't make up putting text on a screen, but it was just the time period where it was like very much that's what they were doing. Yes. And I saw it and I started doing it. But it was just memes. It was like stupid memes. It was like George Bush holding up the baseball and it would say Zillion Beer. Like the dumbest shit ever. But it would do like super well and it would engage well on Twitter. So like, oh, like there's actually something here. And the whole time I'm like, I kind of feel like an asshole because A, I didn't make up this phrase. B, I'm just copying another Instagram page. So there's not really much creativity from yours truly here. But it was doing well. And then eventually, I didn't ask for merch. I didn't say to my knowledge, I mean, maybe, I don't think I asked for maybe I asked for a hat or something. But someone from the merch team sent me a bunch of proofs of like t-shirts. And it was basically like a Miller Lite shirt, but it said Zillion Beers, or anything you could think of. It was basically just designed to say Zillion Beers. And I'm like, oh my God, I guess I'm going to put these out. Literally, I think like a week before I was going to start putting them out is when Dave was like, why is this kid posting so many videos? Because at the time it had transitioned from memes to like, someone said, do you even actually drink beers? And I was like, I started taking videos of myself. I'm like, Friday Beers doesn't even drink beers. I drink beers. It was so fucking dumb, but people loved it. And it turned into like this big thing. And Dave was like, why are you putting yourself on camera? You're a producer, which again, I'm very aware of that. But I was like, this is doing well. Like clearly there's an audience for however dumb it is. Like people enjoy it. So I was very disappointed because I was like, oh, fuck. Like, obviously, I'm loyal to Dave no matter what. And when he says, don't do something, I'm like, all right, I'm done. But then I think he brought it up again. And somehow, I think I talked to Gaz. And I was like, Gaz, this kind of sucks. Like, the worst person to talk to, but also the best for this situation. I was like, dude, it was doing so well. Like, he kind of put the kibosh on something huge. And Gaz just walks away, whatever. And next thing I know, Dave's on radio being like, Gaz told me Dana was crying to him, saying he had the next big thing. I'm like, yeah, well, I guess that's how it happened. And then he brought me in, and somehow I've never been so confident in my life for whatever reason, just because I guess I thought I knew it was something that could have been something. And we just went back and forth for 20 minutes, and he said, if you sell $10,000 worth of merch, I'll give you $5,000 cash or something like that. And it was a Friday night. I was editing Caleb's documentary, of his Barstool documentary, and it was supposed to come out like the next Monday. I just completely stopped, and I was like, I'm doing this. I'm going all balls to the wall selling merch. And we did it in like 2 hours, I think.
You said 25 grand?
It might have been 25 and then I get $5K cash or something like that. And it went quick. And it's just kind of like the thing of like Dave versus somebody. You know, it's always when it's Dave against somebody, usually it catches some fire. So the whole weekend, it kept growing and growing to like, if you sell $100,000 worth of merch, I'll give you $20,000. Sorry, I'm talking a lot. This is long.
No, I'm listening because listen, you're right too, because I've for some reason watched that clip recently of you on radio. It really is like the most confident.
I've never been like that in my life.
You were throwing 101 on the black.
Panic.
Yes, you were just like, this is good. I'm telling you, we could do it.
And then it was Saturday night, and the final thing was $250,000 of merch. You get, I think, $10,000. So I'm like, okay, we did it. In 3 days, we fucking did it. I'm shit-faced from drinking all these fucking beers. And I'm sitting downstairs with Caleb, and he's like, dude, that can't be it. Like, you got to up it. Like, dude, come on.
And for the record, like, as the bar keeps getting raised throughout the weekend, you're selling these shirts because you're just chugging beers, like videos of yourself.
That's it. It's me wearing merch and chugging beers.
Yeah, and doing creative shit with it, you know, whatever. But
so Caleb's like, I'm like, dude, I don't know. You're better at this than me. I hand him my phone. He just crafts a tweet, and it goes, $1 million worth of merch, a 100K or nothing. And I'm like, all right, let's do it. So that gave me another week of capital to just sell merch, because we said till Dave, I think, responded saying next Sunday, $1 million worth of merch, or you get $0 if you don't reach it. And so through the week, you know, kind of starts slowing down a little bit, because it's just, you know, who's really buying like beer merch on Mondays and Tuesdays, whatever. Friday, we get the update, and we're like, you're actually kind of close. Like, you might do this.
And mind you, this is after people bought $200,000 worth of merch.
So
or did that count in? Did that factor in?
No, that was
you remember?
The update was like $760,000 on Friday.
No, but what I'm saying is the original 200 that you sold over the weekend, did that go in? Did that count towards $1 million?
It did.
Oh, okay.
Total.
Okay, sorry.
So keep going, and eventually it was $1.5 million. Like, and and he said $100,000. So
it stayed at 100, or it must have been lower before.
He said you get $100,000 if you get $1.5 million, and we did it. We sold $1.6 million in 2 weeks, and I donated the money, which I love the Fradies.
Yeah, great.
Hopefully, I need ALS to be cured.
Great
more
cause.
Than anything.
Yeah.
Should I have asked for $10,000? Maybe.
It's
a lot of money.
It's the most Dana thing.
I remember Dave was like, dude, I love them just as much as you do, but like, that's a lot of money.
And like,
he gave me some side cash. It was all good. He gave side cash.
But like, it's one of those things where you explaining it, or I hope people really understand how much $1 million worth of $1.5 million worth of merchandising is. It's an absurd amount.
It was 2 weeks of like, I owned the capital of Barstool and the internet.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, not like similar to Beach House where you're like refreshing to see. It was like that. It's like everyone's just refreshing to see what's next and what's next.
Yeah, like, listen, I'm sure there's a way to match up impressions, but I would say Zillion Beers is bigger.
It was a great time in history, and I kind of pigeonholed myself from that time, which is not the worst thing. Like, obviously, worse things than being the beer guy. Yeah. But like at 32, at this point, I'm like,
dude, I'm making it. I just decided right now we got to make a doc on this.
We can do it.
Like, talk to the merch team, Pilar and Allison, talk to everyone who was involved. Like, that's a fun, because as fast as things rose,
Oh, it fell.
The Beers train fell.
I'm a big get to the top of the roller coaster and then boom.
Right.
Like 2021 was same thing. I was hot in the streets. Bakhtiari beers. I'm fucking every weekend. I'm just crushing like engagement, and then Bakhtiari.
So,
I think I've at this point I've learned how to.
Do you know what that means? Bakhtiari.
I know the Bakhtiari story.
All right. You tell your version. I'll tell mine.
All right. Basically,
this is how the Zillion Beers train kind of crashed.
Oh, the Zillion Beers crashed at COVID.
Okay. So you could say the 19 kind of took out the beers train too.
I went to Nashville.
What'd you do in Nashville?
I drove to Nashville from New York. And as I basically see Broadway, I see the NBA season has been canceled. And the reason I was driving is because it was just the beginning of COVID and people weren't really flying, and there was this big tornado in Nashville and somebody put "We Need Beer" on the top of their house. I text Dave and I'm like, "Hey, can I drive to Nashville and bring these guys beer from fucking New York City?" Which I thought was the smartest thing in the world at the time. Like, couldn't be a better content play. And then the whole weekend I didn't look at my phone once about like world updates. I'm just posting videos of me out and about, fucking drinking at bars and everything. And then Sunday they're like, "Hey, like the whole world is shutting down now, right? Like you're a super spreader." This was when super spreaders were big. This is when super spreader was hot in the streets.
And people forget, like, people were getting really mad at people who were
I posted 15 videos a day of me just out in Nashville. I had no idea what was going on in the world. None.
That and then people were like, "What, dude? These people lost their houses. Like, you think just bringing up some beers is gonna just like," and like you did it from a place of like being like obviously creating content, but like it was a nice gesture. Like I know you went down there to like I'm sure those people actually want a beer.
They did, and I had a lot of beer for them, and I think they loved it.
Yeah.
But yeah. I'm a big roller coaster guy.
Yeah,
I think I've evened out though.
Wait, and then so how did things go back up, and then Bakhtiari happened?
So after that, end of COVID, Loud Sean texted me. He's like, "Hey, do you want to go to Jackson, Mississippi for 2 days and film Dion Sanders? We just hired him." I'm like, "Yeah, sure, that sounds fun." Like, I'm still a producer, obviously, so I'm trying to do both. And after 2 days, Dion is basically like, "Hey, I don't want this to be a 2-day shoot. Like, I want a full documentary." And then Loud Sean's like, "Can you live there?" And I was like, "I guess." I'll fucking live in Mississippi. So I spent probably a year and a half with Dion. A little bit of in between. I came home every now and then, but when I came home, I got a mullet in Mississippi, and I was full on, like, the second I got home, I started being the beer guy again. Once I got away from Dion, and that was like a funny storyline of like, oh, when I'm with him, I'm like responsible, I don't drink, I don't swear, but when I'm away, I'm the beer guy.
Yeah.
And then that summer, I was full on beer guy status. It was...
Beer guy was back.
It was the best summer ever.
Yeah.
It was a great summer. And it was just slinging beer tweets, slinging videos. And it got super popular, like to the point where David Bakhtiari reached out to me in my DMs. Was like, "Hey, I'm going to be at the NBA Finals."
Offensive lineman for the Packers, for those that don't know.
Yeah, like I'm going to be chugging beers for the Jumbotron. You should come and sit with me, or like sit by me or whatever. And
NBA Finals.
Yeah, NBA Game 5 or something, whatever. So, long story short, I did that instead of go to my friend Marina's wedding, and Dave caught wind of that, and that was tough. You try to stay out of Dave's crosshairs the best you can, and that was directly in the crosshairs. And then I went back to Jackson, Mississippi like 2 weeks later, and I shut my mouth for a while. It was a tough time.
I remember it was Saturday. You were in Chicago before the Bucks game. I showed up with like a garbage bag full of beer.
You did?
Yeah, remember that? Yeah. And I remember it was the last time McGregor ever fought. Remember he broke his leg?
Yep.
We were watching, and you were like, "Yeah, I'm going to drink with Bakhtiari." I didn't know about the whole wedding thing at the time.
It was so weird timing. It was just bad decision.
But like I remember, it was almost like one of those things is the last person you talked to before you died. It was honestly like that because I was the last person who was with you in your hotel room just drinking beers, and then you were like pumped to go drink beers in the NBA Finals Jumbotron with Bakhtiari.
Sitting behind Chance the Rapper.
Yeah, and it was like I see you doing that in real time, and then while you're doing that, Dave gets wind of you missing the wedding, and it was like all going south. I was like, oh no, I just saw him. He was so happy. He looked healthy. You know what I mean? It was like he was breathing like, and then that happened. And I remember I was still doing the show with Dave at the time, and then that was Tuesday.
Oh,
I was like, oh man.
You're like, I can't get I was like, please be nice to me, Eddie.
I didn't say anything. Yeah,
I
didn't say anything. But I remember sitting there being like, man. And he ripped you, dude.
He did.
Ripped you that Tuesday. I'll never forget it. One of the most awkward shows I've done.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting there being like, fuck. Like, Saturday night was like 72 hours ago.
Yeah. I got too into the beer guy stuff. I fucked up.
Hey, let's take a quick break because I want to talk about ChevyDriveChicago.com. Chevy Drive Chicago has everything you need to shop and buy smart at your local Chevy dealer. Great styles, the latest tech. You'll look good and feel good about what you're driving. Now is the time to get into the Chevy family of EVs, Equinox EV, Blazer EV, and Silverado EV. Take advantage of all incentives today. Don't wait. Go to ChevyDriveChicago.com to find your local dealer and drive one today. We have camp coming up. We've talked about it ad nauseum at this point, but truly driving in Chief Chevy Blazer has made the trip 5 hours north that much bearable. White Sox Dave knows how to use the radio as far as like connecting it to Bluetooth. It's very simple. Even White Sox Dave could figure it out. So shout out to Chevy. Shout out to the Blazer. Like I said, Equinox EV, Blazer EV, Silverado EV. Check those out. Give them a good look. Electric drive's great. I can vouch for it. So one more time, head to ChevyDriveChicago.com to find your local dealer today. I'll get in. I actually kind of want to go back a little bit. How was the Dion stuff?
I loved it. I mean, I had experience editing a documentary just for Barstool, but I had never really had experience. Like they had me as the showrunner, which is basically you tell people what to do, and you have the final say in a lot of it. I'll be honest with you, like I'm the last person to tell people what to do. So I had a lot of help with that from some of the other people in our crew who would like guide me along to set up shoots and tell people where to be and coordinate. Like that stuff was kind of handled. I just had a lot of the final say with it, and Dion was like, I mean, I was his Frankie, you know, like I was with him at all times. Just whatever he did, I would be there. So you kind of have to be on your phone at all times waiting for a text of like, hey, I'm going to be up at 5 a.m. at the gym. We need to film this for the documentary. I loved it. He was truly like, the way I describe him is what's surprising is like he could be just sitting here chopping it up with us, like laughing at our stupid little jokes, you know, like he has a good sense of humor. Like I'm sure I don't know have you met him?
I met him once briefly. Actually, I don't know if we met in person. I think we did a pro football show together once, but he did that from Zoom.
Yeah. We became like super close, and I mean, it was being in Jackson, Mississippi, where they like there was a snowstorm and they completely lost power in the entire city for like days. Like, it's not anything I'm used to being down there in like kind of a city that I don't know much about, but the people there are so like hospitable and nice and awesome, and I do definitely miss the South a little bit, but the project itself was fucking awesome. Like we put out 12 episodes. Like, yeah, Amazon Prime has more money, so they were able to take it over. But I'm like super proud of what we did. I think we fucking crushed it, and I think ours is better than Amazon Prime. I'll say that.
So let me get this straight then. At a time where you were coming off the heels of being the showrunner for a football player's documentary, who's one of the most popular, decorated football players of all time, and were you ever like, maybe I should throw out some apps over there, or you're just like, no, I'm going back to the beer guy?
You mean like
you just went from being Dion Sanders Documentary showrunner, and you're just like, that was fun, but like, I'd rather be the beer guy?
No. So the first time...
Did it cross your mind at all?
So the first season, I knew we were going to have a second season. So during the summer that was the summer of 2021, after the first season, that's when that was Bakhtiari days. And then I was like, okay, we're going back. I'm going to clean up my act a little bit.
Okay.
And then after that one, there was definitely like a little bit like, I was never going to leave, but it was more like Dion called me and was like, I'm probably going to have a pretty big opportunity soon. Like, I would love to have you on board if possible. And so that was something I definitely had to consider, but I think, I mean, look at me. Do you think I'm made to be like in a clean cut environment the way I speak and how I act?
But I think the showrunner, you could have carved out a role for you.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm happy you did. I'm happy I worked
for
with
sure.
you, but I would have been happy if it would have worked out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There was definitely a time where, like, similarly to, I mean, he was definitely, he didn't ask me straightforward. He was just like, something is going to come up. I'd love if you could be here if possible. And so I never really kind of heard what was up until I saw that he signed at Colorado. Mm-hmm. So it just didn't, I don't know. So I never was going to leave Barstool.
Do you think if you really pursued that, you could be at Colorado right now?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean.
You didn't follow up, he didn't follow up, it just kind of.
There were some follow-ups of just like kind of trying to figure out what it would be, but it never aligned with like either side, I don't think. It wasn't anything major. You know, he's got a whole fucking team. He can afford to lose me, and I'm able to be here and live an awesome life. So.
But it's kind of like, you know, two paths.
It is. It's interesting. I do think about that for sure, but I think I'm meant to be here for sure.
Yeah, because now I know you have a full-time talent contract, right?
Yeah.
But and you just kind of edit your shit, right? So you're not an editor anymore.
No, I don't get tasked on projects or anything. But I do still edit all of my, like me and Francis's videos. I edit. When we did the vlogs, I edit. Anything me and you would vlog now, I would edit. I like having that type of control.
Yeah, you like
creative control,
right? Like, I think you enjoy it.
Yeah, I do. I love it. Like, I don't like, and I definitely did have. I edited some of the Dion doc. But, like, it is nice having people who are far more talented than me, like, be able to edit something like that.
Put the bells and whistles on it.
Yeah,
shit.
for sure.
Yeah. Huh. That's very interesting, though.
That's the beauty of Barstool. You can be the showrunner of, like, a major college football documentary and then be the beer guy at the same time.
Exactly. So what do we have in store? Are you back to being the beer guy now? Or are you, like...
I don't know.
One of those wrestlers who just comes back for a couple appearances a year and then...
I think, I mean, I would love the Yug station here. I would love to have like I will never give up on the beer guy. I'll be 50 and I'll be putting out beer videos if I have.
What's the Yug station?
That's, I just need like a little corner over there that has beers on it if celebrities come in and they want to chug one with me.
No, it's not. Whose idea is this?
It was my idea.
It was the Yug station.
Yeah, and Big Cat says cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a Yug station.
Come on.
I fucking love when I get you to laugh.
Come on, dude. So you're just gonna set up like a folding table across the basketball
court? It'll be like a gas station.
Oh.
You want to come fill up? Fill up.
Who do you foresee taking you up on the Yug station?
Anybody. It could be an athlete. It could be a comedian. It's going to be a series of like...
I love it.
Like, it'll be 30 seconds long. I'll just post it on Instagram and TikTok and be like, hey, how fast did that person yug with me?
No, I think it's great.
So at that level, that is how much I would like to be the beer guy.
Okay, because this is higher level than I thought originally. I genuinely thought you were just going to try to catch fucking, I don't know, you name it, catch Andrew Luck walking out of the Part of My Take studio and be like, hey, Andrew, quick beer. Like,
well, yeah.
No, you're going to have a whole station.
Yeah.
With like a set.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's going to be like a whole.
But like, I don't know. I
kind of wish it was just you picking Andrew Luck.
That'd be nice. I don't really drink.
D. Wade, want a beer?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, it would.
I like what videos you see of me putting out of like me. Like I used to do like cinematic, which I actually do kind of want to do those. Actually, those are fun. Like the cinematic beer tweets of like, remember me and
those are great. Yeah, with the
those are easy too because it's just one beer. It's not like I'm sitting there having 10. But I'm 32. I gotta watch out for my health a little bit. I can't have like a show, which I did want to do at first, of like sitting down and having like 12 beers with a guest. I do want to do that, but like at the same time, I get hangovers. I don't know.
So you're
I'll never give up the personality.
Like you said, does it bother you that you get pigeonholed like that a little bit?
No, as long as it's not like, hey Dana, we need you to drink 12 beers every day this week, like,
yeah.
I like this week, for instance, I'm fucking crushing health-wise. I'm eating salads. I'm working out, and then it'll be like, I'm sure something will come up where it's like, hey, we're eating a bunch of hot dogs and beers, but like, I fucking love that. I'll never say no to that. But I wouldn't want like a consistent show every week where it's like, Dana, you're getting fucked up.
Yeah.
Twice a week, Just, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, I get it. But do you feel like a pull string doll at all? Like,
that's fine.
You're okay with it.
Makes people laugh.
Yeah.
That's really all I care about.
Yeah.
Like, I'm okay with being a puppet if it makes people laugh.
Yeah.
But I also do have ideas, and I am creative, and I would say I bring a lot to the table, like, from the editing and content perspective, so.
Well, yeah, I don't think you're pigeonholed to be. I don't think you are. Like, I think, like, yeah, we drank beers when we did the bachelor party series, but it wasn't about chugging them.
Right.
Yeah. And I thought
it's just weird here where it's like I will always be the beer guy no matter what, which is great.
Yeah.
But it's like, what happens when I'm 40?
Yeah. Yeah. And do you think about that often?
Yeah. I'm 32, about to be 33 in a couple months. Like, you got to think about your health at some level.
Would you feel better if someone came and knocked you off the beer guy pedestal?
See?
But I'm asking.
No, I'm serious.
Like
yes.
what? Like,
I think that'd be a funny series of like finding the next.
Well, we know who it is.
Who, Deutsch?
Yeah.
Well, no, he's also like 33. I'm sure he doesn't want to be.
I don't know. He might be fine with it.
I would love Deutsch. But I think it'd be funny to find like a 23-year-old kid that's like ready to become the next Beersy. That'd be a fun series.
Yeah, but then wouldn't you just kind of be setting them up for what you endured?
But I just said to you, I think I bring more to the table than just drinking beer.
So what if he doesn't?
I don't know.
And then you ruin the poor lad.
It's true. I don't know. These are things you got to think about.
Yeah, you'll get to it at some point.
Yeah.
After the Yug Station gets the table, and
the Yug Station's gonna be elite.
I can't wait for it. But what? So I know, like, there's other things you kind of got in the works, right?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're talking about stuff.
That's good. Yeah, we're currently in talks about figuring out what to do next because, I mean, nobody's surprised, the Bachelor Party series is like one of the best, most favorite thing.
I will go back and watch those, and they're so funny.
Dude, they're good. Like they're.
It's a great. That's what I want to do. Is me and you. I would love to have a crew. We've talked about this.
Yeah.
I think the funniest stuff happens when you can stick to like a crew and fall in love with like not only the people on camera but the camera guys and the producers, and like it feels like a little family that you're like you want to know what every little move they're making.
Yeah.
I think we could start a crew, but we just got to find a crew.
Let's start a crew.
We
What do we need?
Find a crew.
Let's start a crew.
Yeah. I think we should search for a crew.
Yeah, let's get some apps.
I think we should do a search with people. We set them up at a desk, and even if they're not good for our crew, we could find people that would be great at this job.
Oh, for sure.
You know, like hidden gems all across the fucking United States.
Yeah, we'll come find you too.
Yeah.
No, I agree. That'd be fun.
We need a crew.
How could people reach out to be in the crew?
I don't know yet.
Yeah, we got to figure that out.
We need a producer.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all. That's what they do.
Yeah, we got to figure that out.
We need a logistics person.
But yeah, just like a couple more people.
But we could also search for a logistic person in our crew search.
Yeah.
You know?
Search within the search.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's to me, that's what I want to do. I don't know whether it's a vlog series or what. I would like to at some point establish like just a really solid series of where it's like a bunch of us just
for sure, because you're ready to have your thing. Yeah,
you know?
like you like being in the mix and you like chipping in wherever you're asked, like clearly. But I want
something solid.
Yeah. No, I agree. I'm in. Count me in. I'm in a lot of crews, but I'm in.
We can definitely listen. I'm not too worried about us finding a crew.
Yeah.
We just got to figure out the logistics.
All right. Lance, you help us find a crew?
Of course.
All
yeah.
Right.
I'm in. Let's do it.
Let's find a crew. Did you, how are you and the Friday Beers guys now? Are you guys cool now?
I mean, I don't know the guy. I'm sure the guys who started it hate my guts.
We got to bend that up. I know the one guy.
They probably don't like me, which is totally understandable because I copied them. But the guys, some of the on-camera guys they have now, because obviously they've built a bigger brand of people making videos and stuff. Like I know that dude Will Angus, he's the fucking man. Rusty's the man.
Mm-hmm.
Will, I think his name's Will.
I was supposed to get Max in here at some point. We were supposed to do a pod. He's one of the founders. We gotta mend the fence. Maybe it's not mendable.
I don't think they want to mend the fence.
I know, but he
I was pretty mean to them.
I know.
It was a war.
But it's
it was a Zillion Beers war.
But it's iron sharpens iron. I'm sure that like made them pissed off, and
of course
maybe
it was just it was to me. I was, for whatever reason, I turned into this person that was like super confident and would just say whatever, and that's not really who I am. I'm more of like I keep a lot. What is it? The vest, something with a vest.
Close to your
Close
vest.
to the vest.
Yeah.
I try to be careful with what I say, but during that time, I was slinging it. I was slinging chirps left and right. So like, I remember there's a guy like Tommy Duddlesworth or something, and I think his name was Duddlesworth. He chirped me, and he's like, Friday Beers is better than you, whatever. I pulled up the kid's baseball stats. He never hit a home run. I fucking called him out for that. And that's what happens when you're in the Zillion Beers war. If you're chirping, you're going to catch the fucking wrath.
It was serious. Duddlesworth, he had his shot to take it back at you when the tornado and COVID and
didn't hit any dingers.
Backyard days. He should have took his shot back. That was his moment to get you while you were down. Now, if you lose the Yug station to someone who you shouldn't lose to, maybe he'll clap back.
I'm at a nice even. Like I'm assuming right now we're going up a little bit, and we're just gonna keep going up. We're not going like this.
All right, good. We're going to keep going up. Once we find the crew, we'll be good.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the Yug station.
I can't believe you haven't heard of it.
No, you didn't tell me this at all.
It's genius.
Where are you going to put it? Do you know where it's genius? Do you know where you're putting it yet?
Maybe near the ice cream station. We got a little 2-on-1.
Yeah, that's good.
We can stop for a cream and a Yug.
Yeah. Love it.
I thought you knew about this.
No, you held this one. You held this one away from me under your vest, like you said. All right, what else we got? Anything else?
No, super excited to be here. I mean, I'm just trying to. I think I would like to start like some type of documentary series. That's my bread and butter.
Yeah,
as you know, like.
Well, you helped me out a lot with Travis.
I would love to do mini documentaries.
Yeah.
Whether that's, I mean. I feel like you are great at like finding funny little stories that people don't know about. I would love to just like tell those stories because I'm a storyteller at the end of the day. I think I've gotten away from that a little bit where like I did the Barstool the basketball documentary series, which I would also like to do here as well. I love like a nice long 20-minute documentary storytelling video. Mm-hmm. So I got to start. I would like to do that at some level. So if you got any ideas of people,
Yeah, I
weird
got you.
things.
Travis is the chimpanzee that almost killed someone in Connecticut.
Yeah.
For people that don't know what I was talking about, but yeah, me, you, Marty, we all did it. It was fun.
It was.
Yeah, it was fun. Horrible story.
Yeah, I think we'll do well together, Ed, as you know.
I think so too. We'll get out there. We got a bunch of munch some road.
Plenty of road.
Yeah, we'll be on the road and shit. So we'll figure something out. I don't know if there's anything people want to see too. Let us know. Go watch that bachelor party shit. It's on your YouTube.
It's on my
right?
YouTube. Yeah.
What's your YouTube?
Dana Beers.
Dana Beers. Go watch that.
Everything Dana Beers.
It was fucking unreal. We went to Austin, Myrtle Beach, Pensacola, Florida, for the Floribama fish toss. Charleston, Lake of the Ozarks.
Austin.
I think I said that. Lake of the Ozarks.
It's 5.
And Tampa.
Tampa.
Yeah.
Tampa.
It was great. Great
jet.
series.
The jet.
The jet. Yeah. Jet ski camp. It was fun. It was good.
Yeah.
All right then.
Yeah, I guess I'll just say one last thing is like that I didn't work here for that Zillion Beers era, but like that was the thing that like grew. That was the most captivating thing ever. I don't think like that's when I was aware of Barstool and all that stuff. That's when I was like, this company fucking rocks. I don't think I work here without the Zillion Beers era.
Really?
It was insane. It was like the coolest thing I'd ever seen.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
It was, dude.
It was nuts.
I still maintain I don't know many things that are more impressive here than that.
I don't know.
That are not done by like Dave and Big Cat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It felt like a fever dream the entire time. It did. I mean, I still have, like I said, still people bring it up daily. If that's the one thing I hear.
Did you keep any of those custom cans that Bud Light made you?
Oh, I got them.
How many did you keep?
I gave one to Mike Vrabel. I gave one to my mom. I gave one to someone else, someone random. And I have like probably 4 left. I had 30. I don't know where they all went.
In your fucking mouth, dude. You drank them.
I don't know where they are.
4 left. Did they make the move?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you brought them.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. So they're just sitting on the shelf
memorabilia. Those are important to me.
Wow.
I think I have 3 or 4 in somewhere in my apartment.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
No, as it should be. That's cool.
It was surreal. Very surreal.
It was, man. It was fucking awesome. All right, we're going to start this crew. We're going to do some fun shit.
Let's do it.
All right. That's it, everyone. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We will see you all on Tuesday.